This is wild. This is crazy. We are down to the wire here, Derek. And man, this has been the talk of Twitter, all of my sports betting. I'm actually having friends of mine that aren't even in the contest talking to me about everything because some of the drama that's come around it with people who want to chop, people who don't want to chop, and all of that. So it's gotten crazy around here. I can only imagine what you guys are dealing with.
Chopgate.
We always wonder about, what's the season going to, how's it going to turn out? But boy, Survivor has not failed with the excitement and the drama. And this 2023 season's really been unbelievable. I would say as we're down to the final 10 Circa Survivors, we are in week 16A. So this is a tough weekend with Christmas. So the first part will only include the games today and I'm sorry, Thursday, today, and tomorrow, and then everybody that's still alive has to go on Monday.
Yeah, to touch on that before Derek talks about the individual selections, obviously 16A, as Derek alluded to, Christmas, which is December 25th, will be week 16B. Once the Sunday night football game is over, we'll grade everything, build the contest for week 16B, and then we hope to have everything open shortly thereafter Sunday night football, and then the deadline for people to get their picks in for Christmas Day would be 9 a.m. on Christmas morning. So obviously at this stage of the game, make sure to continue to get your picks in, know all those deadlines, but before we get to Christmas, got to get through week 16A. So the floor is yours, sir.
So I will read these off in alphabetical order. I will say that what a trend that we've seen throughout this year continues on. With 10 active Circa Survivors, there are 4 different teams this weekend in weekend 16A that have been selected. So starting off in alphabetical order, we've got Bow Tie Cabaret with the Denver Broncos as his selection. We've got Circus Master. This is a special selection from Circus Master, and the reason is Circus Master took the Rams on Thursday night and is the only Circus Survivor that is already in the clubhouse for this weekend. Third selection, Sean Perry, Golden Boy, has been all over Twitter. He took the Denver Broncos this weekend. Indiana Jet has taken the Chicago Bears. The Jags took the Green Bay Packers. Peos has taken the Denver Broncos. Johnny TV's taken the Broncos. L.A. Jones has taken the Chicago Bears, as he publicly put his position out there, a day or two ago.
Correct.
We've got Redback Apples with the Denver Broncos, and TKO Bets with the Denver Broncos. So overall, what we've seen is we saw 6 out of the 10 selections on Denver. We had 2 selections on the Bears, 1 on the Rams that's already in the house, and 1 on the Green Bay Packers for this week 16A.
Reminder for the listeners, the prize pool, $9.267 million. So with 10 people left, the current implied value per entry, $926,700. Obviously, that's plus or minus a little bit when you factor in the teams that people have left, but a good gauge at this point for where people sit in the contest and kind of the hedging that is to come.
Guys, I know you have an incredible amount of stories, maybe not all that you can share with everyone on air about what's going on behind the scenes with all of this, but I'll just open it up to you guys and we can start talking about some of the stuff that's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I'd say is, as Derek alluded to, there's 1 person in the clubhouse. So what does that really mean? There's 6 people on the Broncos, 2 people on the Bears, and 1 person on the Packers. I was just at the bar with him. We were talking that through. Effectively, what that means for Circus Master is he has a parlay of the Patriots, the Cardinals, and the Panthers, which pays 27-1. So in essence, he has a 27-1 parlay to pay $9.267 million if all of those teams go down.
That is fascinating. Derek, we know that there's a lot of people that are showing up here, a lot of people that are taking advantage of the offer that you have put out where you said, hey, listen, we understand what these things are worth. If you want to come in, you want to try to guarantee some money and get something in your account. How's that all going over here?
It's going well. I mean, I think, when you get to this point, you have to respect everyone's individuality, everyone's process. We've got a standing offer for anyone that's made it this far. They're welcome to stay in the hotel. They're welcome to watch the games with us. They're welcome to participate in the documentary that we're doing. You're also welcome to not participate in any of those things because, mojo and vibe and superstition or lack thereof are all important components to this. So we're just putting all these different offers out there for everyone to see how they want to take things and go from there. I would say this weekend, I believe we're probably going to have over half of at least 5, maybe 6 of the contestants will be here at Underhang watching games this weekend. I think there is a very legitimate reason to be here, particularly if you've gotten a credit line. And we've got a lot of $500,000 and larger credit lines that people have really talked to Jeff and talked to our team about being ready to make some moves. And I think that's important because there's a lot of ways to monetize this. I mean, I want all 10 of these contestants to walk away from this season, whether they get knocked out tomorrow or not. I want them all to be able to say they cashed in this. So I think being ready with a hedge is really, really important.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, credit's got to be taken in person here at the cage at Circa, brought over in the form of chips to the book. And, I think when you think about 2-3 years ago, some of the hedges we were talking about were 5 figures, and then last year the hedges were 6 figures. This year the hedges are going to be 7 figures. Yeah. Obviously there's a lot of excitement, a lot of things at stake. I was talking to one gentleman, he's got kids, 5 and 7 years old. He's asking me about credit and, wanting to be there for his kids on Christmas morning. And, I said, it's a good problem to have that you got to get on a plane and come out here. And, hopefully the kids will understand that we're pushing Christmas back one day. So.
Now, we've talked a lot about credit and how often you guys have been extending lines of credit. One question just from a book side. We've got 6 people on the Broncos here. We're expecting to have quite a few people on the Eagles next week. That means would assume you may get a lot of Patriots money line and Giants money line. Will you change your money line if you get those large bets in from people in the contest, or are you going to keep that money line static so it matches what's around town?
Well, a couple things to take note on, Mike. I mean, we could very well get some large money line plays from the contestants on some of those dog sides, but on the other side, you might have plays going the other way. So I think there's a lot of hedging that goes on both ways. I would tell you if we take some 7-figure hedge plays. I think Circa Sports is maybe in a unique position that we're able to do something like that because we're going to have to move the line. And that impacts the ability for all of the larger bettors to potentially get greater value on a buyback. So, I mean, this is where the contest impacts the whole ecosystem of Circa Sports. So, of course, if we take $3.5 million on the Eagles or something like that, we're gonna have to make a move, and we're gonna have to go out and get buyback. And fortunately, I think we have enough customers that we'll be able to get the buyback that's going to be necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take it one step further. You say it'll impact the Circa Sports ecosystem. It may very well impact the whole sports ecosystem. If we have to move so far off market, that could certainly shift the entire market. The contest is that big, the hedges are that big. There's a lot at play here, and it's going to be really interesting to see how it all plays out. Obviously, it'll depend on how these early games go as to kind of what that Sunday night football hedge looks like for a lot of people. But, this is the greatest contest in the world. There's so much game theory that goes into it, and it's going to be really fun to watch, these 4 games, and hopefully all 10 advance till next week.
Jeff, we only got about 20 seconds. I don't want to put you on the spot if you don't know this off the top of your head, but I don't think anybody has the 49ers remaining. If we look ahead to Christmas, it's going to be all Chiefs and Eagles?
That's correct. And 2 people have Kansas City left. Everybody has the Eagles.
So that's what we'll be looking at. Should everyone advance? Broncos 7.5-point favorites, Bears 4-point favorites. So they are big favorites as we head into that. Packers, of course, and Rams already in the clubhouse. Someone, maybe one, maybe a lot of people are going to head towards that $9.267 million prize pool here on Circa, the best contest in the world.